Hello, testing, testing. Hello, testing, testing. Hello, I don't know, can you hear me? I don't know if you can hear me. Anyone is active. No, no, no. My mic on. My audio is on now. Yeah. So I think we'll just wait for more people to come in to join the live stream. On Instagram, not showing anything. I did not share on Instagram. Let's do it. I'm still struggling with this. We are live on YouTube. I don't know, Instagram. There's no nothing showing there. It's just blank. What is the problem? What seems to be the problem? Those on YouTube, comment. So what's how is the mic? Are you hearing me? So this today will just be coloring, not coloring, working on values, light and dark, light and dark values. Okay. Let me just share the link so that more people will know that we are live. Said WhatsApp. I'll be right back. Let me just share the link. After sharing it, So we now pick off the drawing drawing session. Okay. Now drawing session. I'll be back in a jiffy. Hello, hello. Let me pin this. Mm. Today, so we're gonna be coloring. I'm working on the values now. Last thing we had to play fixed value. So we'll have, when we are shading it, the colors won't like compete with each other. So like looking at this now, you're saying they have different variations. So there's not much things like jam packing or things like that. So they are different, they have different values here, different values, different values, different values. So no much thing there like unpacking. So that's what we did in last stream. So in this one now, we're gonna be adding our lights and dark, where the dark side, where we know where our light source is. So let me just link those on Instagram because it's like being, it's not that complete. So you just use the link to come over to YouTube. So you see where it's in full. So those on YouTube, pass the mic, or if you are hearing me, so that let me know. So I'm still trying out everything. I don't know if you can hear me. Same thing for those on YouTube everywhere. Okay. So first things first now. We're gonna, I think some people are coming in. Okay. Let's just kick it off. First things first now. We're gonna look for our light source. Like in every art or everything, in every drawing, painting or anything, there's always a light source. So it's from this light source now that most artists are able to paint out where will be light and where will be dark. So mostly the places or zones that are far away from the light source tend to be darker or thicker than the places that is very light. Meaning, if we have, let's say, let's use this now as an example now. If we have light source here, let's say this is where our light is. If we have light source here coming this way, this section coming, let's- let me push it this way. So those um, see, let's start record. So as I was saying, we're using this now. Since if we should take this as our light source now, it's hitting on this as on the figure drawing now. We tend to say that this side, this side, this section of the body will be covered in light. So here will be affected by the light. Here will be affected by the light. Here will be affected by light. Here will be affected by light. So we're just trying to say that all the fronts placed closer to the light will have light source affecting it. But now the section now that is far away from the light source now tend to be dark, meaning because this is where the light source is, meaning that this side will be dark, here 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 will be dark, 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 here dark. Now, one thing again we should know when it comes to shading is there's always what we call bounce lights. Bounce light is like this is, for example, when let's say you are outside, if there's window or if you're outside in a space where there's light, yes, once lights have hit on a plane or something, there's what we call bounce light. So these bounce light tend to be reflections of this light on different places. Meaning, if light should bounce on this ball now, if even if here tends to should be the dark side, this light will bounce on zones of this light source, meaning as it comes directly to the light, it hits and it bounces out. So this bouncing tends to cause reflection, meaning that this whole place won't tend to be total dark. So we have so a little bit of light in the dark areas. You have little bit of light because of the bounce light, except if a place where there's total darkness, like total darkness, nothing like light source or anything. Okay. Yeah, think people, I'm getting messages. Sorry, I'm back. So, as I was saying now, based on our ball, so except in a place where there is no light at all, so like in a very dark room, no source of light, that means this whole place now will be in a vacuum, meaning everything in this ball will be dark. There will be no reflection. But since we have lights or a little bit of light or anything, there's always reflection, especially for those people that normally do content creation these days. Most people that do content creation these days, if you should look, okay, let me close this off. Let's say now somebody now is like in front of the camera now. This is someone. So we have the mic, we have the table. So we have him seated on it, like giving a motivation or something or anything or saying anything. So normally, what people who sell all these ring lights or all this, they normally tell you is you should try and buy light because light helps make your content, makes help your content good. Yeah, it gives this. So let's say for example now, this guy now doing a podcast or so, if he's in a room now, let's say behind that room now, we have camera or we have something like a lamp, like all these LED lights shining here, and we have another LED light again shining here, standing. Let's say now, then behind him now we have, let's say nothing there, just basic background. And let's say the light now coming from this camera now, let's say if it tends to be blue, like the LED light is blue, and then the LED light on this one is red. Now this color combination now will give you a very much better view because this one will be shooting out like red rays, while this one will be shooting out like blue rays of light. So as he's talking now, you talk for a while. What you normally see on screen, this is like behind the scene kind of show. It's like behind the scene. Now what we'll be seeing on camera now, let me review it. So what we'll be seeing on camera now will be something like this. This is your phone, then you see the guy, then you see the mic. the same here. Then for lighting now, we'll be seeing blue rays of lighting in this side of his of his face. That's this way, the right side. Then at the left side, we'll be seeing red rays of lighting. Now this is possible because of the two different combos of lights he used. I don't know if you know what I'm saying. So because on the right, we have the blue light behind it, that which is behind the scene. We have the blue LED lights. So here it will be reflecting blue here. And by the left hand side, on the left hand side, we have the red blue light, which will be putting out blue. Now, in this now, the where the shadow will be now in the whole this thing, in the whole scene, shadows will be behind the man making the content, behind him, because this side, this section is already occupied and covered by blue rays, while this other side is also occupied by blue rays. So you see something like this, then this. But as if like this, someone that is new to art or new to drawing, we feel like, okay, since this place now is blue and here is light, this is how it's going to be. Now, how bounce light happen is with this area now tending to be blue and this side here zone tends to be red. When light hits, let's say, as the lights coming from this area now hits on the source of that, the content creator, this light now tend to bounce off. So it's just like coming, it hits and it bounce off, meaning that rays of this blue light now could also appear on the mic. It could also appear on this side. It could also appear on the head. It could even also appear at this area. So this is how bounce light normally happens. Same thing as for the red place. This here is conquered by red rays. As it comes and hits the subject, it hits and it bounces off. We could see red here, we could see red here, we could see here. So with this now, most artists they make use of this concept now to play with different lighting. That when we are coloring, you see place that there's no anything, like there's no light or anything, but you see them adding colors or different shading. And this thing makes most of these arts very, very aesthetic. So these are basically one of the principles that we normally do when it comes to value shading. We will not automatically say that this whole side will be blue. I will not automatically say that this whole side will be red. We could have a little bit of blue here. We also have a little bit of red here. Even the side that is dark, we could also even have a little bit of it. So everything has to do with bounce light. Even in the dark area, we also have a little bit of red rays there. We also have a little bit of blue rays here. We also have a little bit of red rays here. So everything has to do with reflection, bouncing, because light travels fast. It doesn't stay, it's not like normally constant. It reflects through everything, even through glass or anything. So it comes, it bounces, goes, this one comes, bounce, goes. So with this now, we'll be using this principle now to tackle, coming. We're using this principle now to tackle how we are going to do the shading now. Now, looking at this now, we are saying that he's outside, like in the whole scene. In the whole scene, he's outside. Yeah, this is like an outdoor scene where he was taking like a jog or walk on the street. Then, like I explained in the last one, the whole concept was these two, they're like paparazzis. So this is the part that Ruben is a celebrity in the place. So they had the opportunity to take the picture. And during that picture, there were different activities going on, just like a daily life. Then it's like a celebrity just passing by. I like, let me use this opportunity to take its picture also. So that was like basically the so during the picture we could have seen where we have one here, these two weird friends, two friends. What am I doing now? You have two friends here. One acting weird, falling in love with a toy or so. Then the other guy always surprised by his stupidity and everything, but he has no choice to do anything because they are both friends. Then we also have another lazy. We have three workers here, where this one is the lazy one. It is like basically the lives of minion. They have different values. They have different, like they don't have the same tastes or likes. You could see the one that is very active, the ones that are active. You could see the one that is supporting, and you see the ones that are lazy. You see the ones that like to enjoy life. You see the ones that are just they like destroying or they like doing, and we see the ones that like admiring people. We also have the shy ones. So these are like they're like more of, I think when the person that was creating the main character for Minion was like trying to express a group of people, or how do I say, beings that are just carefree. They don't care whatever they have, whatever they do, sorry. And each of them have each personality. We have the ones that are the loving ones. We have the ones that are always troublesome. So that was what I was trying to do in this whole thing, like just trying to compel it here. So going further now, for this now, up here we have our value. Now, this is what we'll be making use of, this whole this thing here. From dark to the light, we are from dark to the light, and we are from the light to the dark. So this is how we make use of everything. Now, point know that most artists, like in the art world, most artists, they don't normally like people when you're, especially when you are doing your shading of value. You shouldn't make use of the brightest and the darkest side. Like it's just like it's not like it's a taboo or anything. It's like more like an unwritten rule. Instead of you using the lightest side, you could use this area. Instead of you using the darkest part, you could use this other one. So it's like something so that your work doesn't look too dark or too light. So you will leave it like in a medium or mid-range kind of something. So it looks okay and it looks good. So in whatever we're going to do today, we're going to try to avoid using the lightest or using the darkest. Even if we to use it, we'll find a way to blend it and reduce it in a way so that not be total dark or not be total light. So from this now, I think we're having where I plan to put the light source of this drawing. I planned it to be here at the top left side. So we're going to have reflections this way, and this way. Yes, if you art, you could have, there are things where you could have multiple light source. You could have a light source here. You could also have another light source here. You could also have another light source here. So everything is your choice. It just depends on how you want to go crazy on the art. You will have another light source here, like multiple light sources anywhere you want. It just depends on what you are going for. But for today, we are just going to make use of one light source. Though it's outside, so source is like everywhere because everywhere tends to be bright. But we are going to make use of one so that we don't over, like we don't get overexcited and do what we have to still follow the same principle for it to look realistic or so. So this here now being my light source, sorry, here being my light source now, meaning that if I were to start rendering this one, here will be where the lights will be around here, the light will be here, the light side will be here. We also have lights here, light will touch here, here, here. On this one, we have lights here, we have lights here, we have lights here. Then on this, we have lights, lights will touch the edge, this side of the body, this side. So you just understand the principle. Even on the ladder too, same thing too. Here will be lights. Even the logo too, we have light source here. Even this, light source here because this is closer to the light source. So once you know this principle now, you can now kick off and like, okay, yes, I know where my light is. I know where the light. We are here to be light. So this way, light. Now, coming to something like this, this will not be, there will not be like a perfect light source here. This is what most people tend to get, where artists or most people learn and tend to get confused. One, he's behind this and he's behind Ruben. Like Ruben is in front of him, meaning Ruben is like blocking the direct rays of light from this. It's just like Ruben is in front and then something is behind you. So if light should come, the light will appear here. The rays of light that this guy will be getting now will be what will be bounce lights. That light that hit on Ruben and reflect like reflections out. So we won't have like a total light on this thing, like how these ones are. So we could say, okay, based on bounce lights, we just have it on like similar areas. Let's say even lights like a few, we even have it maybe just on the head here, then let's say below here. Then due to the fact that this other side, there's rays of a bit of light on this place, we could also have light this way. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Because here now will not be total light because the character here is blocking the rays of light coming in. So what it's just like saying light is coming in, cheating, it bounces off. So I see this thing bounces off now. Some artists now can even make here to be light because the light comes in, hits this one and bounces off here. Comes in, hits and bounces off here. So we also have another light source here. So this is just everything has to do with calculation and understanding on how you want to go crazy to make your art look advanced or so. So understanding light, though you have to learn everything, but also light is also one of like the important things. That's why you see some photographers, they'll just use normal phone and normal iPhone and they'll make mad content. Like when they shoot a video, you see they'll be like, wow, wow, this is good, is good. And they'll tell you like I shot it with my phone and you'll be like, it's not possible. And somebody will have like a $1,000 or advanced camera with everything, and the person will be putting rubbish to now like carry everything to edit to do the whole working. Everything has to start from you from the light source, the original thing, you taking the picture. So once if the originality is more profound and very, very good. Every other thing coming will just be like addition. So I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Every other thing will just be addition. I'm coming. Let me see. I think some people are live. So remove. Please, those on Instagram, if you want to, so that you get a full view of the whole this thing, you can move over to this thing, YouTube, because yeah, we have like we have it in larger scale or so. It's because most people are coming live on YouTube, sorry, Instagram. Okay. Please, any complaint or anything? I don't know. I've been talking since nobody is starting. Like, how is the mic or anything? If it's okay, you just comment and let me know before I continue. Okay. Please comment so that I will know that everything is working fine. Don't like talking to myself or it's not clear in the other side. So I'm coming, I'm just replying some messages. It will be my guy, bad guy. And my boss, so I do. Please, you can also comment or see where we are even getting more comment on Instagram. Okay, let's this one has been here. What's this? Didn't even notice it there. So let's continue. So that's everything for light source. So I've explained it more. So here will not be total lights due to the fact that there's a blockage in front of him. So just know, although these are like what we'll be working on today with understanding where our light source is, where our dark is, where we have bounce lights, and so forth. So where are we going to start with now? I think we're going to start with minion one and two. Yeah. So for this now, most people have how they do their own type of shading. Like some people they could start with painting the lights first before they paint the dark. Some they start with the dark. But me, I like starting with the areas that is dark or far, like the dark side of the side that is far from the light. So it helps me from there to work my way to the light, to the mid-tones, bounce lights, and other things. Now, in how I do my own shading, I don't normally shade in the layer, like in the exact layer. I normally, because from our last stream, I talked more about having different layers, working on different layers, and masking and clip masking layers so that you don't work outside that layer in order to make your work clean and very much okay. So we'll be starting with this one and this one. Like that's the guys that took the picture that made the whole scene possible. My boss. I'm coming. Just some technical. Okay. So for this now, so I normally do is I will highlight the the skin area. That this layer now has to do with where the values for the skin is. Like if I show it now, you see the skin of that guy. So once I do it, I now create a layer on top of the skin layer. Then I come over here, then I'll like clip mask it now. Like this one is another method of clip masking. It's another method now. In this way now, with this, if I should work, if I should do anything on this layer now, I won't go outside the skin layer. Like I won't go outside this layer, sorry. Meaning that imagine as I'm drawing, you are saying everything is inside this layer. Whereas if this was not possible now, let's say this thing was not here now, that I should delete it now. So I should draw. You are saying is like, okay, if I should draw something, you're saying is entering other this thing, other ones, even as it's on top here, because it's on top here on the highest this thing, you're saying is affecting other ones. But the moment I now come out like, okay, let me click mask it to this one, I come here, I click this. You see everything now tends to shrink a bit. This one tends to be visible. So these are one of the things I normally make use of. So also do this, then now click max it here. So we'll now be working on this. I'll now rename this to the dark dark area. Now another thing we make use of in drawing your this thing is we'll try and make use of what we call layers. Sorry, yes, the layer this thing where we have different filters like multiply, color dodge. Now this is like very important for different kinds of rendering because you could see we have the normal, we have dissolve, we have darken, we have multiply. So we have different ones. So most artists they experiment with different distance for each of the layers. You could feel like if you want dark areas or dark zone, it should be normally in multiply. For example, now if we have something like this now, we have something like this. Even if this is like the lightest this thing now, I'm choosing the lightest color. Due to the fact that this layer now is on multiply, it tends to make it darker. Like, are you saying? So this thing helps you in knowing which place you are going to make. It helps you give that gradient for shadow or dark or anything. So it comes in and turns anything to dark, even if I should take it more high. You see, there's still like a dark something in it. You should, the more you bring it down, it becomes more dark. But if I should take it back to like a normal layer now, you see, this is the normal color I use. But once it's back to multiply, you are seeing. So these phase layers now tend to give you different colors of different variations of shadings or anything. So you could play around with this to know, okay, which one will I use for this, which one will I use for this. So in making my shadows or anything, I normally make use of multiply to do it. So that's what I use there. So come here, create layer on top, select the scheme area, and you now lock it to this layer. So I won't be using this brush because it's very dark, like very thick. It doesn't give variation or lighting. So brush I'll be using it will be the Max Greckis top shading brush. Now you can get it on his Gumroad. I think it comes with his course. I bought it online. So I think after this I'll drop the link to the Gumroad if you want to order it or anything. So this is the brush I normally use for my shadings or anything because I just make use of two basic brushes because I don't like all this choosing of confusion. So I make use of this for shading. I make use of this for my soft brush, and I make use of this again for my line art. We have the long now. This one is from Ben Eblem. I think it's free. I think it's free on his Gumroad too. So I'll drop the link too. So I think looking at it, it has a very good texture and it helps you like with the way and the function of the brush. I think you enjoy your strokes and everything. So I make use of this for my line work art. Looking at it now, see how smooth and lovely it look. This one was rough because I rushed this other one, but looking at this one, so you could also get yours and practice with it. So where were we? Okay, here we make this shadow, shadow area. Then click brush, select the shading brush. Now I won't just okay. Now there are two ways I can go about this, the shading. In shading, you could shade the whole area or you could shade a particular area. Meaning you could do this, come here, make sure it's inside locked into this the base layer, come here, put multiply, and you're not like, okay, since we have this now, I'm going to do everything in general. In general, meaning you could say if here is tend to be the light, that means here will be dark, here will be dark. So the first step now is coloring or shading every portion the of the this thing character. So you are seeing here, as I'm shading, is affecting also the glasses. It's also affecting the skin. It's even affecting both the eyes and everything. So this is like a first way you could do your thing in shading. So this is what most artists they do. They normally make use of this. So they come here and like, okay, shade, this one will be dark, this one will be dark. Now, I don't make use of this because I make use of, though I'll explain the second one. So for the first one now, they just like, okay, here will be dark, here will be dark, here will be this, here will be this. Now, in this form of shading now at first, you say this shading is for like past drawing. Let's say if you have like multiple drawings and you need to like you're doing a comic book or something, like you need to color everything immediately, like because in comic book you'll be making different sketches, different like there'll be multiple work, so you need to find a way system to be very fast. So this most artists normally make use of this one now. They normally make use of this. They normally make use of this. Said so someone commented. Come let me reply someone that Tony draws and no, now. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so back to what we're saying now. So most artists now for comic book for quick this thing, they'll just do it this way, shade, come over here, like, okay, yeah, because there's no time. So you need to have the system that you have to do because nobody pays you by the hour you spend, especially on art. Nobody pays you by the hour you spend on a piece. They pay you by the quantity, the amount of pages you're able to do, especially when it comes to comic book and everything. Unlike some other remote job that they'll be like, okay, we'll pay you for 5 hours, we pay you for 6 hours. But mostly in comic books, illustration, everything, they pay you for amount of pages you do. So you don't have time and they are like you are expected to do like 1,000 pages, follow 1,000 pages. So you need to develop a system. So this is one of the easiest way and most people also make use of this. Now this is like the first one now. Now the second method of value shading is shading a particular area, meaning we have skin, like in this layer now, we have the glasses, which is this, we have the skin, which is this, and we have the eyes and mouth, which is this and this. Now, when you are shading now, the second layer means you'll be shading on each of the layers. Mean as this is skin now, and I created a layer which I marked, I locked it to this skin, which is this. When I'm shading now, you see I'm shading only on that layer that I'm working on. I don't know if you are seeing. So you are seeing, I see it's not affecting the glasses, unlike the first one, unlike this one. Because see this one that I where I shaded this was affecting the glasses. But in this second one now, you see it's not affecting the glasses. It's just going like underneath it. Same thing coming here too. See it's going underneath the glasses. So the glasses base color, everything still stays constant. Now, reason for this is, let's say for example now, Why I make use of this is looking at this now. If we should judge this now, if we should judge this scene now, we are supposed to know that based on this area now, sorry, this area is closer to the light, meaning that light will be touching on this portion of the glasses. Light may be touching on this portion of the glasses. There may be light here, like rays of bounced light, reflection of the light touching here. So based on this here now, as I'm shading on this one now, let's suggest that you see it doesn't tend to affect the lights up here because and it's very very easy and very very effective, like very very smooth, so that if I walk anything here which is the dark side or the dark area, it won't affect this other place, unlike this one now. If this one was on now, where is it? If this was on now and I was using this, you see somehow it's affecting this is okay, this is it. Okay, somehow now you see you are affecting this one now. I'll now have because where I want to do that now, I have to come and affect the light area. I'll now come and start cleaning. So it makes the work rough. So me doing this method now is more like it saves time again. It saves time and it makes it very, very clean and effective. So when we start doing the whole process, you get to understand what I'm saying. So I make use of the second system, which is painting on each layer. If it's on the skin layer, I'll paint I'll paint on the skin layer. If it's on the glass layer, I'll paint on the glass layer. Then it's on the eyes and mouth, I'll paint on it. Then after doing everything now separately on each layer, at the end of the day, I'll now merge each layer into one. Then during that process, now that's when where I'll do that process is when I'm coloring. So during coloring now, I'm able to merge all these layers together and then do the final rendering. So that's the system of how I used to do my drawings also, especially my value shading. So I paint on each layers. So I think we should just start going so that you see what I'm saying because I'm talking so much. Okay, first thing first, we make use of our value this thing. Now note, I won't pick the darkest and I won't pick the light, the brightest. What I'll pick is in between. Now, based on my scene now, this is an outdoor case now. Meaning outdoor, meaning there's much light everywhere. It's not like you're indoor in your room where everywhere will be dark or so. So what we do is when I'm using the multiply layer now, I won't make my values especially my dark area to be very, very dark because they are outside. So it has to be like medium or semi-medium dark. So what I'll do is instead of coming because if I should pick it at this dark place, you see when every time I shade my lifting, it tends to be very dark. But if it's on the lighter area now, you see it will be a bit dark. Yeah, you're saying, but not too much. So what to do because they are outside, so everything should not be like perfect black or perfect dark like that. So make use of lighter this thing. So yeah, visited this layer like how many times now? Okay, so I'll be the final one. So let's say dark area. You come here and put multiply. Now in order to make this clean, there's a method I use. I just use lasso to get the darks or the values as quick as possible. So I'll just come here and make use of my lasso tool. So this is like a plugin that I use make use of in order to get values as easily instead of using this one and marking. So first we are going to pick our value. I think okay, we should use this one and try it out. So let's say now, looking at this, we're going to say that this is the fact that we have this eyeglass here, meaning it's covering, light is hitting this, meaning this side now will be dark. So we might have something like this. Here will be dark because as light is here, this will now be casting shadow on this area of the eyes. Looking at this now, if light should come in contact here, meaning this area now, this area will be dark. This area will be dark too. Now, if light should come in contact with this casting shadow on this area, meaning this side now, yeah, this side will be dark. There will be dark. So what I'm doing here is I'm just getting the places where light is rarely touching. Okay, I don't think here we have something like this because there's light source here. So this place will not be total dark. So let's say here, and this, and the light here coming here. And let's make here dark. Let's see a bit in this way. No, let's just read this. Coming over to this guy now, as light is coming from this way now, meaning that here that is being affected will be dark. We also have, okay, there will be light here, so we say like here will be affected, here will be affected, here will be dark, here will be dark, and here will be dark. So this is for our dark tones now. So we've gotten our dark first. Like I say, I start with dark before I then move over to light, then the mid tones. So same thing again, we still make repeat the same thing with this for this layer. We come to the skin area, we select it. Now to select it on Windows, you hold Control and then you click. Then for Mac, I think you hold this thing, command, then you click. For Windows, Control, then you click. Where MacBook or Mac, you use command and then you click. You come on top this, on top the dark layer, you create a new layer and then you click on this space here. Now, we'll now name this one lights. Yes, you name this lights. Now, for this now, we'll come over to our values now and we'll now select like a lighter value. So we'll select this one. Let's start with this first. Let's select this and see how far it goes. Now, where would light touch on the skin? Now, based on how sharp this is head is, no, that's a mistake. Based on how shiny his head is, we say that we're having light touching this way. I think this is too bright. Yeah, it's too bright. Let's reduce it. Let's go down a bit on the intensity of the light. So we have it coming this way. Light will be touching the. Okay, let's say it goes down. It goes down this way. Okay, this is fact due to bounce light and everything. We'll say that okay, light will be touching this way. I think that's basically for this one. Then coming to this other side, definitely we see here there'll be lights touching here, there'll be lights touching here, so lights here, lights here. So this is everything now for this is everything for skin now. So after it now, we still come over now on top, create another layer. Same thing we did for the other one. Control or command click, you select the base of the layer, then you come over here and then you click this camera like button. So and you come back and click on this. So now I think it's time now to shade now. So in shading this now, how I do my shading is I try to blend colors together. Blending colors in the sense, if we have this place now, we have like dark in here, and then this other place we have like light here. Now in this we just have two basic color. We have light, dark, and we have light. So what I'll do is I'll now try to blend it in between, in the middle. Meaning I'll do something like this. I'll come over here, come to the light side, then I'll now shade lightly on this dark area. When I'm shading on it, you see it tends to mix together with this dark, meaning it's mixing light and dark together to create another value, like a medium value there. So in this medium value now, I also highlight the same medium value and come over and do the same thing too on the light area. So it gives like a continuous process. So you continue doing this. So this is like a continuous process that you'll be doing until this thing now, the colors tend to blend into something realistic. Are you seeing? Before we started with just one color. Now we're having like multiple values. So we started with two values, light and dark. So now we're having like two other different values entirely. So you can make this thing go very dark or more of light. So if they say, okay, this goes this. As I said that most artists they don't normally leave their drawings in perfect light or perfect dark. They normally try to blend everything together. So you can see we had two colors before. So this is like what we'll just be doing for all our shading and so. So you try to blend different colors together. So in this area now, to do this now, I will do it on this separate layer. Now, mind you, in our layer, this one now had the multiply, this one had not normal, this one was on normal. If this was color, like if I was coloring now, this layer that has light would be on another layer, which is could be light, it could be screen, it could be color dodge. For this part, I'm still doing value because anything I should do here will still be black and white. So I'll just leave it on normal. Then this other one too, I'll also leave it on normal. So this is what we use now to blend this value, the light value and the dark value. So we come over now and like come here, click in between, then I'll just like start breaking out it because it's like a hard line. Start breaking it like soften the whole this thing. Now mind you, while I was doing it in a separate layer, like if I should do this and I don't and I just say for instance I do not get it right, I can see it just come back and I'll just delete it and start all over again. And now it gives me that opportunity or now sense to like experiment in different values that even if I'll not be afraid to go back and start afresh again. Unlike I'll just come and do everything on one layer and paint everything immediately, paint everything on the dark. Because if you should do that way now and like the process of shading, you didn't like how the thing is coming out, the thing will now demoralize you. Like that be like, oh, there's no hope again or there's nothing again. So you have to go back and start afresh again. So that's why I always encourage having multiple layers, like looking at what I did here, you see different layers. Because this layer now helps you to experiment. You can do something, even have different options. You do something, you go back again, you work on it, you go back again. So that's one of the importance of it. So see as I'm working on this layer now. Let's say for so as I was saying now, it gives me the freedom to do whatever I like. That I know that even if I should make a mistake, I'll still come back again and do everything again, do it all over again without any issue. So what I'm trying to do now, I'm trying to like make the midtones. Now these midtones now have to follow the shape. Sometimes it follows the shape of the object or what you are trying to do. Whether it is in a 3D, it is through this value that you make your object look 3D or make it look realistic or anything. So this is like one of like the stages in art that I don't really like because this is very, very stressful. And if you don't get this, your colors or your this thing, in fact, these are stages that where I get to, and most times I'll just abandon that drawing. Like let me just say it true. I'll just keep the drawing and just like must stay one place first because I don't know what I'm doing. So this is like the most important and like crucial stage in drawing because this is where you will know whether you did justice to the rendering or you just things you just looking anyhow. So see me moving the line out now. So I'm just trying to blend the whole this thing. See I'm even going off things. So this is like a very important stage. Even most people they do this with color. But me I prefer this stage because once I get this stage in black and white values, color is like nothing. Like what I just do is just do color variation and this and that. But this is the most important aspect in the drawing stage because this is where everything matters. If you get this thing wrong, see as I'm doing it now. See, it was like we had hard lines here, but immediately I turned it on. See, it's looking more of realistic or like giving like that texture, like skin or something, making it look 2D. So this is why, though most people, everybody have, like I said, everybody have how what works for them. Then you could just try, just add color and use color to do everything, or you could just do this way, make use of values there. So it just depends on what works for you. Like there's no right or wrong way to do something. You just do what works for you. And this is the system that works for me because this is the system that works for me. So I'm going to make use of it. But if you normally do color method and you've been doing great work, continue with that same way. Rather, just try to improve in that system. And you will just take a few things from this and then add it because it's almost like the same thing. Even most people that paint on color, they normally at times change their whole everything, like the whole picture setting to just black and white to see how the thing is looking. So everything you still come down to using values because this is like one of the important stages in the whole drawing system. Because if you get this stage, once you get this stage, everything is just being. And once if you don't get it, this is the stage that I get frustrated the most that I will shade and shade and shade. I will shade so that extent that I will even shade and even pass like at first it will be starting out good. Then I'll now end up scattering the whole thing and looking muddy and no longer realistic, looking like something like old, like that kind of thing. And it gets very, very annoying. Very. So in case on this live stream, but where this one is dangerous is streaming live. So if I was offline now or just working alone, this thing doesn't go well. I'll just pack it up and go and sleep. So come another day and try. But can't do that today. So because most people, I think people are watching. If I should do any, they're like, yeah, I'm leaving now. People just be like, this guy is not serious. But even if it's not perfect, you still practice and then the whole thing is just have a system and work on that system until you are very good at it. Just work on the system, practice it different this thing. Even if you can even practice it not only on digital art, also practice it too on traditional art too. I do pen drawings too and digital drawings too. So I could also do the same thing where say if I'm cross hatching, because in pen we normally make use of cross hatching. So I could start with dark first. Start shading the darks first before I start going down mid tones and breaking it down. So every principle still works. I don't know how this is looking. Let's reduce this line out and see how. Okay, I think it's looking a bit realistic. It's looking a bit okay. So come here. So you see, giving it that feel. Now, mind you, I'm trying to mix the colors together because everything has to do with bounce light. Everything, meaning that light, if there should be light in the environment also, you having different variations of lights, of values. We have the light side, we have dark. Everything should not be exactly stagnant. So having all this now, I want to say, okay, since here is like the dark side now, we try to make this side a bit dark, like the places I have the color waves around my stuff. So you like this way, make this one a little bit darker. Let me break that road and try the dark this thing. Now it's looking very rough. It's looking very rough, very dark. Yeah. Something like this. Then like, now let me come in and blend it a bit more. So, so that little lights. And I think it's coming blending well. If you are still active, comment or so nobody is saying it, everybody is just quiet. I wanted it to be like place where we'll be talking. You ask if you have any question, you ask. I'm not getting no messages. Mm, not getting any message. So maybe the next stream, I'll stream on Facebook and YouTube. Most people are normally offline or asleep on Instagram. Because is there anybody online on YouTube or Face indicate to I know now I have like very low audience, but with time now, it says the nearest future to come, when next I go live, to be like with lots of people, with a lot of interactions. So, but now we just trust the process. Yeah, you know, I'm going to live here, come over here. Don't want to. overdo that side. So let's see. Don't overdo it. I'm gonna spoil something now. Now regret. Like I've left it over. This that. No, think here to be light. Pam 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 pam. Nobody's life on Instagram again. Oh, this section here, this is like a reference because I didn't even notice. This is like my reference area because anything I worked on, I do work. Yeah, and this your make sure you meet big group band there. And that's in. This was the reference picture that I used. Yeah, our reference picture. So you see, I just added my own thing, changed a lot of things. I think what I made use of here was just this champions this. So everything has to do art has to do with you changing or adding what you like. Everything mustn't be the same. Because the thing most artists don't show their reference picture because if you didn't see this now, you won't even know whether did you draw it well, did you draw it perfect? Because I think there's some difference too in some of the things there. So like this is stylized. If I didn't show this reference now, you won't even know where the source was or the reference was. So you will see now this was just like a plain jogging situation. It was just jogging, nothing simpler, nothing catchy or anything, just person to the picture. So we are used it and turned it into something more entertaining and more catchy. That once someone sees, they'll be like, wow, 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 how did you do this? This is crazy. Yeah, but if you tell people that this is where, if someone to see this picture now and see this, they will always pick this over this. So this is one of the more importance of art because it makes you, it takes something that is normal and turns it into something amazing. Like you start to wonder like, how did he think of this? How did they do this? How did they draw this and this? So that's one. I love drawing a lot because yeah, it taps in my imagination. Though it's frustrating at times, like very very frustrating because you tend to be perfect. You tend to be good at your craft also because you're always wanting more. Today you learn line art, tomorrow you learn color, next one you learn this. Not only digital, both traditional, even those that paint, those that draw pencil and everything. When they are missing their charcoals, that's for the pencil artist. So you learn every day, and your nobody is perfect. Like nobody is perfect or the best or the highest. Even Da Vinci and the rest, you see people too that are better than them, but due to the fact that their name they are not popular, so nobody sees the art, and that's one of the disadvantage of artists because there are many, so you won't know who and who. In fact, these days we have people that are less more artist sef because you just see someone who just do something that is not even up to art standard. You see somebody breaking a glass or bottle or something, and then he may even use it and cut his hand and there's blood, and the person now say this is art, and you see people paying millions for that. So sleeping, so it's very 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 frustrating because you would draw for hours and hours and hours and okay, then I'm even live and saying all these things now. I have how many viewers? Just seven or so. I don't even know if they're even active. So maybe they just viewed and went offline. But due to the fact that nobody knows your name yet, so it is very rare. Though it's not only in art, it's even in other business and so. So this and art again, due to the fact that most people don't know get to know the value. Like you just see it, you make a drawing, someone just be like, ah, how much is this drawing? Be like, due to the cost of the time you put in that drawing now, this is my price, this is it. Just not be like, ah, this input in, ah, oh yeah, I know someone that will draw it for so. And that person that will draw it for that so he doesn't have a choice because he has to eat. So I think most people that the other thing just has to do with your name because the name is the artist, not art. Like it's proven that it's the artist that make the art work valuable. Because if people like the Mona Lisa now, the artwork and this other ones, if the artist wasn't popular, people will see that thing as trash. They'll be like, "What is this? You just painted a lady." But because of they saw that it is this person, it is this person, meaning that this thing has to be special and this it has to be this. Like just like saying I have the two of this, or just like celebrities now, like basketball players and so now, when they sign a shirt or something. Like I think you see it some professional basketball after the game, they'll just move their shirt and let's give it out to a fan. And you see the fan auditioning that shirt for like millions, $1,000, 200, like millions, if possible, sir. That you now just say that LeBron wore this shirt when he won his championship. LeBron wore this shoe, this. Giannis won this or that. And you see people, because of the name of that person, because of the name of the person, they'll be like, wow, wow, yes, there's value. So same thing with artist art or anything, it has to do with the value of the person. So if the artist is not popular also, my guy, you struggle until you are able to make it out of the trenches. Cholo. Cholo said, that's my friend of mine. Cholo said, Frank, make it to so that it take us out of the trenches. I'm like, you mad to make it soon now so that you too will take us out of the trenches. So that's the good thing about friendship, Sean. When one person make carry others along. Carrying others along doesn't mean they should anchor or turn you to like their death weights. If you carry others along by giving them opportunities to, I think that's what most people tend to forget. Let's say somebody becomes wealthy or so, everybody like, he has money. Oh. In that case, I'll not do anything again. In that case, we're all going to depend on him. Anything we want to do him. No, you have to play your own part too. Because person too will give you opportunities. Opportunities like giving you handwork or finance sponsoring you in handwork also so that you make use of it. Or giving you a job or anything. Not like you be like I'm not working. I won't do anything. No, my guy is there. You guys are just killing yourselves. And we will not be perfect. That we have some bounce lights happening in this area. So we've been streaming for 1 hour now. I tend to go more than how we went yesterday. Yesterday went for 2 hours. Though not 2 hours and some minutes. I struggled yesterday. Struggled especially when we're starting because I was live, but my this thing was not showing, my screen was not showing. But today, I think we didn't have it more of that. So what delayed us today was mostly when I was trying to tell people I'm live. Well, now it looks like I'm the only one active. Please don't be offended. I'm streaming at this time. These times that I have to get back home. So, because after this now, I, when you come get back from work or everything, I just try to take time to stream. I tend to be doing this every day, even though it will maybe exhausting. I know it's not possible, sure, but at least I'll try, even if it means just come online on what I'll work on that day instead of doing it offline. I'll just like come online. So anybody that is active will just watch and interact with me. So tomorrow too. No, tomorrow is Saturday. I think I'll do in the afternoon. Tomorrow I think I'll go for longer hours because I'll be at home. If possible, tomorrow I might even go for 6 hours or so. But that will be in the afternoon. In where my location time, I think that will be like let's say from 12 W8, that's West African time, till anytime I feel like stopping. So people, because why I won't do it in the early in the morning is that most guys go for sport activities or to gym or anything. Maybe towards that 12 when people are home and so on. Though my main target audience is most everybody in the world, not only in Nigeria. But it's supposed to be afternoon streams, but people should not be angry. You can't stream in the office now. Or you can stream where you don't have your equipment. So you just have to manage. Yeah, I think this is coming. This guy is taking my time, but it is coming. It's coming a lot. Let's see what we got. Yeah, I think I like what we have here. It's looking like more of like a reflection. I like this. I could repeat the same thing here. Um, yeah, I'm learning. So those of you hearing me, because this is not easy. Talking and drawing at the same time. But I know due to time, I'll get used to the whole thing. So I'll be able to talk in that professional manner. For the meantime, laugh and enjoy it all you want. Because this is like starting stage. It's all part of it. It's all part of life. It's all part of it. So, yeah, I think this is becoming okay. Those that will come in the morning to watch this, the recap, please don't forget to like and sub as I should speed. Like and sub. I like that guy, yeah. That is definition of hard work, doing what you like, no matter what. And he's a very loyal and friendly person. Like he doesn't, he's a free spirit kind of guy. Meaning he doesn't keep grudges or revenge or anything. He just does the thing, even when most people abuse or do anything to him. He just, wow, what's this? He's one of a kind, sharp, because people like him are very, very rare. Just smiles, do his thing, and goes his way. People may think he doesn't know, but he's a very smart guy. Like he's a very, very smart guy. But they would think like it's just all jokes and not that. But looking at some decisions he make, you'll be like, this guy is well informed, well educated, and this is the fact of how he is. I think that's kind of the lifestyle anyone want to have. Lifestyle where you have no enemies, you are free with everyone. You can walk on the streets, use trains or anything. You need people disturbing you without paparazzi, but you have no issue with anybody. That's it. Rather you motivate people. So congrats to my guy to Mr. Beast. Bro has left his fellow brother. Yeah, fun fact, something that most people don't know. Nah, I don't want to say it. Yeah, it's of no use, sha, if I should say it. But basically saying, I think, yeah, me and Mr. Beast we were born on the same day, like the same day, same month, 7th of May. So I do feel like a connection between the both of us. But bro is like how many distance ahead of me, so I don't think you will notice. But we don't know what how many years from now we hold, sha. Maybe one day we'll meet, maybe, maybe we will not. Everything is probability. So that's what makes life interesting and painful at the same time because you don't know what will happen in the next minute. Next minute you're happy, next one you are sad, or maybe sad, next minute you're the happiest person in the world. You can't predict, you can't predict things. Even those that say they plan life and everything must not, it's not possible. Cannot still go according to how you plan it. You must always be like break or something to would disrupt the plan. Nothing goes smoothly. That's what makes life interesting. Please, if you're alive or you're still like awake, please drop like or say something or I'm just talking to myself. So we'll just interact. As you're chatting, I'm replying you. Both on Instagram, nobody is watching on Instagram. I think I should end the live on Instagram and turn it to Facebook since everyone's listening over there. Oh, I don't know how this thing is looking now. But don't worry, I think it's looking a bit dark. But we're going to change it. That's for sure. Like reduce the this thing. The intensity, I think is very dark. Now let's just get this thing out. Let's just get it out. Yeah, I like this brush because it gives me like texture kind of something. Very still I won't touch this out. Touching it makes my shading. So let's see if your shading skin look with. I don't like things that are. I'm the kind of person that just like particular something. Like I don't like having to choose. So if I should do something today, I may end up doing that thing for like 1 year back to back till I get bored of that thing. Then I'll not change to another thing. Like that's just I don't like a case where I'll wake up one day or like should I use this brush? Should I use this brush? I'll look at somebody's art, I'll be like, this person's art is good. Which brush did we use? And I'll start using that brush. And after another person again, I'm like, no, you won't voila, you won't be good. You have to figure out your own thing because most great people they figure out things by themselves and people tend to learn it. So just be consistent with your this thing. And once you perfect everything that we use in this we use today, we're not perfect. Everybody it was just series of experiments. Even the lights, I think the person that the man that invented light, you see how many times did he fail until he got it and it's what we use now every day. To the extent that people even if say doing solar, say doing this, but the originality is light came from him. And people are active. Hi, the mic is good. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Going forward. Okay, as Emily Studio, I think what I'm doing value is just value studies. You have somebody that is active. So doing value studies, yeah. If you have started from beginning, please you understand everything. But you could ask your question too. Okay, yeah, thank you for the mic. The mic is good. Liz, I'm relieved though. So I was like, I'll be talking and it's just people are hearing bad this thing. So what is basically what I'm doing? I'm just doing value study on how I go about my shading. Just shading. If you should see like all these other ones here, they are just basic flat colors. But here I'm just working on how to know where my light and dark is. Like this is my light source. So you see, no, I don't know if you understand bounce light and everything. Okay, don't have any question. So okay, let's continue. So mostly like what I said before, I say most people have their own way of shading. Some could just after these flat colors, they just immediately start coloring and everything. But I like doing black and white values first. Yeah, yeah, that's true. I don't think you do. You won't normally know. That's why you have to chat, say, ask with your chat, like ask the mic and so. Because once it's bad, that means every activities for that day is just scattered. So I hope you get what I'm actually doing. So I've been working on this. I think I'm working on this guy for too long. So I don't know if you understand the whole this thing now. So I'm just trying to open vibe. And should this light be here? No, I don't think it will work there. Okay, I think it looks cool in that place. So this is the fact that okay, I think you get this is the fact that my light is coming from this area now because of this our light source here. So it's coming, I think it's coming this way. Where the light will be touching here, you know, is the light will be touching here. So since light is here, this area tends to be dark because you have something obstructing it. Just like how I said in the first sometime minutes ago, if you have, let's say, a house here, a very tall house here, and you have another house here, if the sun tends to shine in this area now and shining on this section, here now tends to be filled with light. But due to because of how this place is bigger or this are not like is obstructing this more place, this place now tends to cast shadow onto this place. So this place won't receive much light because this one is obstructing it. Rather, what this one will be seeing will just be reflections of bounce light, which is came from here and like bounces off, hits this, bounces off, hits this, bounce. Because light doesn't stay one place, light travels. So you cannot say that because of this is here now and this building is here, every light will be here. No. If you should paint in this kind of manner, your work will not be looking professional. You should always know that light travels. Is very good through obstacle, except even that obstacle, even if there's an obstacle, you drop a wall here. Even if, for example, now there's a wall here and you shine lights on this wall. If once light touches here, yes, it might not pass through this wall. So it moves and bounces off, causing some light move. So as light is hitting on this house here, so the reflection is what now makes some parts of this place to be bright. And so must remember the reflection of the lights from other sources. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There should be there's reflection of light from other sources too. I think I explained it in the beginning because because this is the fact that light is coming from this place doesn't mean that other places there should not be light. Plus, moreover, this is an outdoor scene. Yeah, yeah, okay. Well, this is an outdoor scene. So me just picking here doesn't mean that this is the only place. This is the only place where there will be lights. Other places will be light, but I just made here my main primary case of light, like my main primary light source. So that's just it. Okay, there. I think we're on the same page. So what I just did now was saying I started with my flat colors, then worked my way. I started with the dark because I started with dark first, then I entered light. Then in this layer, I'm just trying to blend the light and dark together to get my mid-tones and everything. So that's basically what I'm doing. So I know you get it to be an artist. So that's just it. Since I spent too much time on this guy, so I should leave him and go over to the other guy before I should spoil it maybe later. So what I did for the other guy now is what I'll do for this other one now. Should I create a new layer? I think I should do that. So write this one minion one. So create a layer. So just in case maybe me why I normally create layers different layers is a case whereby if I have to go back to that same layer, and work on it. I need give me that freedom that okay, if I'm doing something on this layer now, let's say for example, this thing I just did here now. If I didn't like it now, I can just come, I'll just delete it and start all over again. But if it was the case where I did everything on, let's say, one layer or so, you see, if it didn't doesn't come out well, I'll now be like, I will now start afresh and doing these things again. So that's why I normally create different layers. So name this minion 2. So in doing this one now, I see more people are coming in. Please, if you are coming in and you're watching, just comment or also don't forget to like and subscribe. And we'll be going live tomorrow too, but tomorrow will be in the afternoon, Saturday from I think from 1, 12 1. Yeah, now we're doing late night because this is the time I have to stream. So my bad. Tomorrow, so we'll be streaming in the afternoon. Right. Actually, I'm thinking 12 or 1. Then till then. So we'll stream from that time till when I'm okay. Yeah. In Mission Studio, thanks for popping in. As I've just been talking to myself all along. I was even thinking of, don't think anybody is liking Instagram. No, come here. Let me check something. Okay. I don't think anybody is liking Instagram. So I'm just trying to get like my mid tone here. What's going on here? Nice. I hate this stage. Let me not lie. Because this stage, are you multi streaming? Yeah, I'm multi streaming on Instagram and YouTube, but I'm still struggling because due to the aspect ratio on Instagram is like portrait. So like what we are getting now, I don't know till I get the solution. Due to the fact that YouTube is this way. So if I'm streaming, this is how it's showing on YouTube. Then on Instagram, it's showing like this, meaning it just took one particular portion to stream, and it's frustrating because so what I do is I just tell people there if they are online there they should just switch and come over to YouTube. But I don't think there are views people viewing there. So sorry, when I will take a break. I think tomorrow I'll just try and stream both Facebook and Instagram so that there will not be complication in reviewing. Oh, how did I put? So this is how I do my drawing. Take time now. This is like how many hours on acting in those these guys. Maybe because of streaming, sha. I was alone. I would have just been cutting and like, what's going on? What's this? What's that? Because you get frustrated doing this. I think I'm about to be frustrated now, because I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't know what's happening here. No, here has to be lights. Here has to be lights because light source is coming from that side. So let me fix it. I don't know what's happening here. What's this? What are you using to multi-stream? Okay, I'm using Real Stream together with this OBS Studio. Like you see on the stream where they wrote somewhere there, if you are watching live, maybe you see where their logo is. But okay, let me see if I can get. So after the video, I'll just drop the link. So what you do is you just register. You register with them. Once you register with them with your Gmail or so, but you can stream just two until you upgrade or pay for their streaming service, which I will do soon. I have to do it soon. But for now, I don't have much people, so no need spending that much. You see, when I have like larger crowds, it's like okay. That's when you pay for a package and nobody will even be online. So for now, I'm just streaming on two. Either I'll stream on Twitch and YouTube, or YouTube and Facebook, or YouTube and so depend on your choice. Even if you don't stream on Facebook, you also do the same thing too. I'll drop the link saying when this video will be available for offline. Yeah, I think your last message was restricted. And the last message, I'm not seeing it. Let me leave that aside. I don't know. I'm taking too long in that place. It's meant to be just simple. Maybe you could send your message again, or share make it. But I'm seeing you at all these. Like this is like my second ever stream. Yeah, I think I'm grateful, Sha, because this was something I always wanted to do for long. I always wanted to do, able to share my drawing process with people, so they'll watch and we interact. Like most of my friends are like, "Yeah, show your work to the world. You are hiding. Come out of that comfort zone." Some of those friends are sleeping. But that's it, Sha. I think the trend these days is the strangers that make you popular. The close ones. Yeah, they'll do support you, Sha, but they won't be like how strangers will. No worry, this is looking dark, but I tend to, at the end of the day, think I will reduce the value so it will look a little bit light. Yeah, it's looking like very, very dark. But why this is possible is because of I have it in separate layers. So, like for example, now I can come here and I'll just like control. If you're using that Photoshop, Control L, which is levels, where the Control L goes to. Okay, Control L, and I'll just reduce it so I can play around with it. So this is like the importance of value of level of using different layers. And as I'm working on it, nope, not Control L. She is not affecting this one. This one is on its own too. So I could reduce it. So I'm just like going back and forth, back and forth. I will paint on something, come back again, reduce the value to I'm okay with it. Same thing with this one. So now this is possible because you have everything on different layers. So as all of them are on different layers now, you are able to experiment. Yeah, that's true. It's, it's only strangers that can make you popular. For your friends and family too, they do support. So, okay, looking at this, I think the mouth will be here. So here will be that. It's to be this way. Oh, I don't want to be stuck here. 2 hours and all the time. Sin is blocking it. It's 12:11. Thank you for popping in. If you are still watching any video, staying up by this time. Tomorrow, I think we'll do it in the afternoon. I came back late, so I went out. That was time I had to do the live stream. But tomorrow, 12 or 1, it will be active. My Igbo brothers will be like, 1 day active. My Igbo friends. Bukwenu. Hey, where's Zone? Hey, I don't know if I got this right. Okay, yeah, yeah. That's cool. No animation. I think that's like one of like that would be like my final bus stop for digital arts. Now I don't want to enter animating because what I want to like I want when I'm in it, I've mastered at least a certain amount of level in normal painting. So I think the whole aim why I started digital art was to have like my own series movie. Like we have the Simpsons kind of something. Simpsons, Avatar, so like a series whereby I will do the animation, then I'll post it here on YouTube. So people will like watch it, even if it's for free or anything, but just to like make people get to know what I'm thinking because I think a lot and I have lots of movie ideas. So I could do something like that series where you just be watching, could be long hours, It's not gonna be easy, sha. So everything I'm doing now, I think is just like building myself for that moment. Like us, Rome was not built in a day, so it's level by level. Not that I cannot enter animation now. I can enter, but yeah, I'm not ready. Not that I'm not ready, but I want it to be like special, that kind of thing. Okay, now for painting this guy now in doing materials, in shading materials tend to be different from skin because skin tends to be smooth. Like skin tends to be smooth or have different variation, but in other object shading now, the surface is normally very like how do I say like flat or so. So you could experiment like those that normally do coloring or anything. You could use soft shading like how I did here for your skin. Then use soft shade, then hard shading for your objects, for your high end, for your light, dark, and everything. Then when I start doing it now, I think you will understand what I mean by it. So what are you animating yourself so that we will know like how many minutes, like 1 hour, two few seconds comedy. And when will it be ready so that we'll watch? How do I go about here? First, what this it's um, is oh the distance went even live. So see, you learn every day. I didn't know that this one's are not showing. Okay. So now I want to enter the this thing now for the glasses. So I'm just thinking, wow, that would be crazy. That really would be crazy, man. No, normal. I know, like, I know it's not animate in minutes. I know, no, animation takes time. It takes time. What I'm trying to say is like your final animation, like what you are working on. How long will it take? Sorry, the length of this thing, the video you animate that you want to animate. That was what I was asking. Um, yeah, that's three, and let me just bring this here. If anybody is coming online, mm, like for like you're animating for short or long video. That's like what I'm asking. Okay, let's start with that. Mm. You feeling sleepy, sure. But we die here. Okay, first off, I think we have to turn this, I have to turn this particular thing now to 3D. In order to do this, I think we have to follow this shape. We have to follow that shape. Um, okay, shots. Yeah, yeah, that's what I meant. So when you're ready, we'll watch it. I guess it's going to be comedy, sure. Because these days it's comedy that no, I think I'll use this other lasso to stop. So what is the trending thing? Entertainment. Let's see. What will I make it? I think I should use this. Then make this multiple. No, 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 no. I'm doing wrong layer. So trying to make this now look 3D from a 2D. Okay. So looking at it now. See, just this thing I did now. See the way it's now looking like a 3D kind of something. The same thing now if I want to do this now. Yeah, I think it will be complicated there. So looking at this, here will not be visible, but here will be visible because it's like looking this way. So in order to turn this now, this thing now to 3D now, what I'll do is I'll come over here, take it this way, like this way, this way. So I do this mainly for materials, but not skin, because I try as much as possible to make the skin something this way. So you see, it's looking okay, yeah, it's looking 3D. So these are things you normally have to take out for. Now it's not looking enough, so we have to erase this place to make it give it that 3D feel. Yeah, yeah, it does. Looking 3D. So let it look so so these are things most people that draw illustration or concept art they do. They just look for where things like principles like this and turn it. People will be wondering how did this guy do it? May not touch it yet. So which other part again think we should do? Let me look at where the line at. Okay, there's something here. Looking at this. This is going to affect it now. From the pic, from the sketch, it's like saying it has to go outside. But if I should do it outside now, it won't look 3D. So I guess I'll just leave it inside. Okay, yeah. I think what I'll do here is I'll do this way, do this way, do this way. Off. It's not easy thinking in 3D. Like most people think it's very easy. It's not. Nope. So they're saying now It's coming out bit by bit. Which other place again? I think that's all for this one. I think that's all for this. Don't want to do it too much where it will spoil. Okay, I think we have to do it for here also. Because let me start it's gonna be. Not- Okay. Okay, I think there's gonna be something there. So in order to do this, so I'll just do it this way. And let me just do it next. Let me see what it's gonna give us. No, 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 no. This is not good. It's being amateurish. No offense, though. To my beginner brothers, it's beautiful. Someone, we have to look good. But so far, so good. So far, so far. I think this is not bad. Okay, maybe I'll use another, yeah, I'll use another this thing for it. So for this now, I think this is okay. So let's make it a little bit dark. Yeah, coming to my skin, I think it's time to actually change this now. Let's say this, just reduce it to down. Yeah, I'm not even seeing how it's looking, so I think we'll do it in the next one. Let me just finish other ones. I'll come back to it. So the first was dark. So the next one now will be like this. Oh, I forgot to ask. They are still online. Which software do you use to do your animation? I think the most popular one that I know about Emination Studio. Yeah. Like which software do you use to do your animation? Because the most popular one I know about is Clip Studio, Paint, and I think I've forgotten. There's one, I think the free one. I've forgotten it, but I know I have the software in my hard drive. Just kept it there. But till when it is needed. Okay. Yeah, it's like there will be light here. I think there will be light there. Mhm. Yeah, I think this is, let's still work on it. Let's see. As in this place is in the light area. Come on, now. So we're seeing the importance of layers. I use okay flip it before when I use. Okay, okay. All right. Maybe I'll check those arts. I'll check it also during animation time. This messages. That is the chat machine. Okay. So for this other one now, I have to use another different color. I have to use another so that what I'm thinking now, how is it? Oh, this skirt is just anyhow. So I'll just do this one underneath this. So this one goes this way. This was supposed to bend. This was supposed. Mm, 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 mm. I don't know if this one is. Okay. I think we should use this one now. So this is not the final destiny. We still work on it sometime later. So I think the next one will be here. So see, based on this is just though they have some artists too that make use of this same system for in painting core and skin too. Just depend on what you want or what you are going for. For me, I prefer this one for this method, especially when I'm painting materials also. And I'm following where lights, and I'm following the principle of light. So I'm not just putting random thing because due to the fact that here is light, so tends to from light start going to dark area. So from light to dark. Now this one is has to be light because it's in front. Like anything that is in front has to be light, while the one behind has to be dark. Here is dark because there's an obstruction here. So here's like a shadow casting here. It's that kind of thing. So these are things you also or you have to check when drawing or anything. You see, these are things you check out. So now back to this final one. I think we'll start from here again. So I think I'll use this one and we'll go this way, this way, this way. No, Let's see. Yeah, I think it's too bright. I think it's too bright. So let's visit a bit. Oh, yeah. Come again. I'm just following it. Should we cut it out here? Let's cut it out and see how it's going to look. This one too will be dark because we are going from light to dark. And not too like in the same range. Yeah. Okay, we have another one again. So using plenty layers here. Layers upon layers upon layers upon layers. So you see this one now has to go this way. Then make this because this is dark, meaning this one now give it darker. Now there's a reason for this. The reason for this is when I add color to this now, it tends to give me different color variations hue. Like for example now, let's just do a bonus kind of something now. Let's say now I create a layer. Let's say if I'm to color this now, I want you to get some. If I'm to color this now, create a layer up here. First, I pick out this and mask it, and I change this thing now to color. Then I pick a color. Let's say blue, or okay, let's say blue. I just pick a random color. Sorry. Then I come here and I fill it in. Can you see the different values that this just gave me, like what it gave to me, rather than just painting this with blue color? Because most people, if they're painting with blue, they'll be like, okay, if you paint here with blue, you drag here, you paint again, you drag here. This tends to cause complication or like confusion. But based on how this is now, because I work from value first, I'll now be able to arrange. So say I have any kind of setting I want, how I want it to look. Okay, if I want it another color, yeah, I think this color is good. Yeah, this color is good. Same thing for skin again. If I say, okay, I want to start coloring it now. It's like this is the importance of not like the best, but this is why I like using the value because now you've done all the hard parts first, like doing the hard parts first, then coming over. Okay, minions, they are yellow. So I just come now fill in this. Okay, I don't like this. I'll just click this, control U, and just change the value, change this thing. And I'll now come again, come over, paint it how I want. Okay, if I see it's becoming like a little, because we painted it like very dark. we still come again and like reduce the opacity of the base, make it light. So everything, just experiment, experiment. So it's like this. I'm just doing the hard parts first, like the hard parts first. Then after I now come in, I'll just select, and do the. So that's basically the whole this thing. Paint in values first, then you come over, just add your color. But the hard part is this now that I'm doing, which is the value stage. Or mm, yeah. So that's how I normally get to my drawings. To make you, they'll be looking like, oh, what did you do? How did you do it? So I paint the values first, tab values, then I'll use color. Something is not there. So that allows me to experiment. Even if I don't want to use that color, we'll use another color to do what I'm doing. Say if I didn't want to use, like for example now, if I want to go crazy on this now, like we have two types of minion. We have the freaky one, which were like purple, and we have the other normal ones that are like yellow. So let's say for instance now, I or like you are doing something now for a client or so, and let's say your first sketch just came and you were like you used yellow. Let's say you used yellow and you feeling. Let's say now you present it to your client that okay, boss, this is the first. Let's say yellow. This is the first. This blah 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 blah. Blah. And it was like, can you make it this? Can you make it another color or anything? Or you want to use another color? You can just come here, change it, experiment. Which color do you want? Which one is looking good? Okay, this is good. Should I use this? See, so now you can do whatever you like because you already have your base, which is the value that which you've already done. So based on how that thing is now, anything you do here, like in this colors area now, won't be affected. Won't be affected. So you can use any color you like, experiment with anything you want to do. If you come in like, okay, you don't like this color stage, you can use different kinds of layers. So every different one gives you different opportunities or different view. So because now you have the freedom to choose whatever you want. Is it the layer you want to use, or is it the color you want to use? So this is just one of the reasons. So it has makes you experiment. That's why you have to take and always take this value stage. This is like the heart, the heart and backbone of the whole structure. Because if it is not making sense, then the color won't make sense. Though, so what you just do in the color is just add different kinds of color variation, just blend it, use this, use this. But this is like the main structure of the whole this thing. So it. That's how I work. I normally do my stuff. So which this thing I'm going to use. hard, but think here now with light. There will be light. You make this a bit light. I think I need to shift last one. I think we'll be coming to an end, so because we're getting very late. Nobody is active anymore. Let me just finish this off. Let's see. Mm, this is supposed to be dark. Let's leave it as this one. So I think that's all for the glass section. So I think let me just go for a little break. I don't think anybody is online now. Is anybody watching? I don't think anybody is. If anybody is watching, I'll be back in 3 minutes. Just give me 3 minutes. No, it's not visible. Please, it's back in 3 minutes. I don't think anybody is online. Yep. 3 minutes. I'll be back. I will shoot. Yeah. Here, come back. I went to drink water. Nobody is live. Well, I think let me just end this stream and go live on Facebook. That's for the one on Instagram. Coming, let me set up for Instagram. Sorry for Facebook. Bow, 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 blah, 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 shit. Tin, 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 tin. I don't know if it's live. Don't know. Facebook is not. Why is it unable to connect now? Okay. I don't know. It's not connecting. Why is it not working now? Why is it not working? Bro, I don't have the strength to. Think we should just go back to Instagram. We should just go back to Instagram. Make use of YouTube and Instagram because I don't know why Facebook is not working. Because I want to link going live. Let's take this app drawing. Copying. Bam, bam. Please, if you are watching this offline tomorrow, please skip all these parts. Skip it to, please skip it fast forward. So I'll try to create like a timestamp. So you just skip this. Okay. And done. Please be sure to skip this stage. Let's continue, Sha. We have lots of other things to get it right. Homework is right today. So next one I'll work on think would be the eyes. The eyes. Let's work on this. It's max it. Max it. So in this one now, I think you have to draw these eyes. I have a reference picture of me, so I didn't just draw it blindly. Looking at this, try and see if I can do something here. For this eye, I say they are like different, has like different method. See, like over here we have dark light and the main this thing. But based on this is stylized, so I could can do whatever I like. Okay, so we have another one again. Can come again and add this. So now we're gonna do for no, not the darkest dark because that where to this national definition. So let's say this the lights. Create another layer on top. Why I'm creating these layers, so if case I need to change something, I can easily do it. So so we have body, and so now looking at this is just looking like what is it drawing? What is it drawing? What I'll do, I'll just use this level thing, reduce the opacity of the eyes. Let's see here, look here. We even reduce the no this layer. Yeah. So come again, click just using the reference as my guide. Yeah. So now it's looking realistic. Yeah, looking at the eyes, looking realistic. Yeah. So it's looking more a bit realistic. Let's let this thing out. Let's see here. Okay, okay, okay. We're looking realistic now. So to spice it all up now, make it that spicy. This layer now, I'll select this layer, that's the main general layer. On top it, I'll click max it again, change this to multiply, then come over, use the same color, and then try to blend the dark side. Where are you watching now? Try to give it depth. I'm giving it depth. So this is like step by step on how to draw eyes. And come over to the other ones again and try and give them depth. So it doesn't look so plain. I was trying to give it depth. This is like another way to draw eyes. Let's see if anybody is online. Guess everybody is sleeping. Most people will be awake in the morning, sure. I'm spending more time on this eye. More time. I think in the final render, green coloring. Mm. We'll do the finishing touches. But so now, let's just do this one. It's like his eye is looking, it does, I think that's because it's looking like as if it's just there. Need to blend with this light, with this white side. So looking like I'm just there. So I think that's what we'll work on now. Raw, come here, max, come, make this multiple. Let's put here is what I need to is what I need. So, these eyes, have it coming this way. Here tend to be six. We're adding like depth to it so it doesn't look plain and make it look 3D also. So come again. It's a little bit but try first what I'm doing is trying to blend it with this color. What I'll blend with this color. Mm, 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 mm. Now it's looking a bit of 3D rather than how it was before. We're using a bit of it. So I think I'll create another layer again on top it with this. This will be the layer I used to blend everything. Mm, 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 mm. So it's coming in a line. I don't want it to look mm, this is to blend with this skin area. This plant is looking just this is just there. But we're gonna color it, sure. First, I have to make it look good in black and white. Like I said, there's no right way to do something. If you want to start with color, that's fine. If you want to start with value, okay, that's fine. Just do your own shit. I'm even less asking about how is the video quality, sir. people watching. I'm spending so much time on this one. I have like how many to go? Let me just leave it. Spending so much time on this. I don't want this to be anyhow. We can to yeah, blend it together. So this is the channel. Ha ha ha. The guy is laughing. He's laughing. Oh, just to be happy now. Just took the picture unawares, unaware picture of celebrity. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. Down, 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 down. Tomorrow will be live, so for one. Please don't forget to like and sub, oh, like and sub, like and sub, like and sub, like and sub. Yeah, so that's mission. So I reach more people on this thing here. While we share it to other people too. Other people have to witness what's going on here. I don't want to spend much time on the film. It's enough for this guy. Oh, we are children of coming over. I think I'll call it a night. Call it in for tonight because everybody is active. Everybody is sleeping. But still, he's managed to do this. So tomorrow, I'll try the whole of tomorrow to do all this other one. So I could do them for the live stream, but I wanted all of us to go together. But maybe I may do this one before the live starts tomorrow or anytime, sure, I'll just start now. I think I'll be calling it in for the night. So please don't forget to like and subscribe. I remain your loyal artist, Frank. And if you reach this level, thank you very much. I appreciate a lot. More coming, more will be coming to you. So we go again tomorrow. For now, good night, good morning, peace, Igobi.